today we'll give up the demo, alright? Just a brief introduction about the QA, just in 20 to 30 minutes, right?
Okay.
So let me start up with what is QA. Quality Center, sorry, Quality Assurance. Okay, so
Okay.
QA, we're talking about QA, right? So what exactly the QA means? So QA means is nothing but providing the assurance. So for what? For the quality of an application, right?
Okay.
So whenever a software application is implemented, right, or any product, it's not a application or a product, we can say, right?
Okay.
So this quality, this QA is going to provide the assurance for the quality. So with respect to the quality of that application, it's going to provide the assurance, right? So how can a QA provides the assurance of the quality? Through testing it,
Mm-hmm.
right? So
Yeah.
by testing the software application, we can be able to provide as QA can provide the assurance of the quality. Okay, so what exactly the testing means again? What you will do in the testing? So as we are talking about software applications, we can say validating the functionalities of an application to make sure they are working as expected, right? So every application having functionalities. Without functionalities, an application cannot be implemented, right?
Mm-hmm.
So if you see our examples, bank application, right? Your Facebook. So all are having some functionalities. Suppose if you take bank application, log into the account, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
Mm-hmm.
transferring an amount to other bank, right? Getting the detailed history, detailed statements of some 1 month period transactions, right? Okay, adding a beneficiary account, right?
Okay.
So these are all the functionalities existing in the application. So these functionalities were tested, right? So uncertified. So then only we are using it right now without any issues, right?
Mm-hmm.
Successfully we are using that one. So whatever the functionalities that are working, that are implemented, those functionalities are working or not as expected, we are going to validate that as a part of testing. So that we can call as a testing of an application.
Okay.
Okay. So when every functionality in the application is working fine, its meaning is that there is no issue in the application. When there is no issue, when there is no bug in the application, then we can say that application is a quality application,
Okay.
right? So through testing we are doing that only. So that in that way we can say that by testing the software application we can provide the assurance of the quality.
Okay.
Okay. So we are saying that quality application. Quality application is nothing but a bug-free application. So we are going to get this bug-free application or quality application by testing the software, by testing the functionalities.
Okay.
Okay. So how we can know the functionalities, how we can know the behaviors from the requirements, right? So
Mm-hmm.
from the requirement document we'll come to know, okay, what is an application first of all, what are the functionalities in the application, how the functionalities has to behave. Okay. Suppose if I click on some link, right, in a page, so
Mm-hmm.
it has to navigate to some page. So how can I know that what exact page it has to be navigate? So that will be specified, that is specified in the requirement document. So whenever a tester want to validate the functionalities, first of all, that tester should know about the functionalities and the behaviors. Okay, right? From the by studying the requirements of the application from the requirement document. Okay, right? So here, if you see, now we are discussed about quality, QA, software testing, and what is a bug-free application. So why we need to go for the testing? Why we need to maintain the quality of the application? Why to maintain the quality of an application? Any idea?
so that there are no errors and business can run smoothly?
Mhm. Okay.
I'm not able to see your screen.
Okay. 1 minute. I think it got unshared. Okay. Right. Okay. Right. So the first one is to satisfy the customers.
Mm-hmm.
So your application should accept by the customers first of all,
Okay.
right? Okay. And then to compete with the market. Your application should stand in the market, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And to generate the profits, right? These are the main three reasons, right, or purpose where we should have to maintain the quality, right? If you are buying something, right, so always as a customer, right, we'll always go for the products which are having quality only.
Mm-hmm.
So most of the customers will not look, and they look only for the quality. They'll not look for the price. Even though the price is somewhat high, if the quality is good, then they'll prefer to buy it,
Okay.
right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So in that way, either it's maybe a software or some other products, whatever it may be. So everything should be with the quality, right?
Okay.
So here, software application, we are going to make sure the quality based on the testing of the functionalities, right? So how to test that functionalities? I mean, how to do a testing of an application? So it's not that simple as we just stated the software testing in simple one line saying that validate the functionalities as per the requirements,
Mm-hmm.
right? So it's a process.
Right.
Okay, right. So testing process, first a plan should be there, functionalities, execution, bugs, reports, right?
Mm-hmm.
These are the plan should be there, plan. So what is a plan in general?
Some steps you'll have, right? I mean, you want to do 1, 2, 3, whatever, some steps you'll create from start to finish to make some project happen.
Yeah. So an approach, we can say, right? A
Right.
systematic approach of doing the activities. Here we are going to prepare that systematic approach for performing the testing activities,
Okay.
right? When to start the testing for this application, when we have to end up the testing of this application,
Mm-hmm.
right? So how many testers are required to test this application, right? So what are the
Mm-hmm.
things that required for testing the application, either in terms of software or hardware, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So all these things they have to consider and prepare a
Plan.
systematic approach, right? Okay. That you can say it is a plan. So when a plan is ready for an application testing, right? Now they have to find out, I mean the testers who are going to work on that application, right? Those people have to identify the functionalities. What functionalities they should have to validate by testing this application, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So these functionalities are identified based on the requirements specified in the requirement documents, right? So they should
Mm-hmm.
have to finalize because see here in real time, so the entire application cannot be tested by a single team or cannot be tested by a single tester, right?
Correct.
Okay. So first the functionalities has to be defined as per the team. Okay. Suppose an application is there. So one area of that application is going to take care by one team. So those team has to be defined. Okay, in this area, what are all the functionalities that will fall under? So these are the functionalities we have to validate. So remaining functionalities is going to take care by other team. So they are not going to worry about that functionalities. First of all, they should have to list out and finalize the functionalities what they have to validate,
Okay.
right? Even it's the same for the testers as well.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Right. Because if they are not defined the functionalities as their scope, so if I am testing one functionality, if somebody also testing other same functionalities, it's a duplicate of work, right? So we have to first find out what functionalities are there in the application. Out of that functionalities, what are the functionalities that we should have to validate as a part of our scope, right?
Mm-hmm.
So
So
that
who will define the functionalities in this case?
requirements team,
Requirement. Okay.
uh,
Not the
requ-
testing team. Testing team does not do that.
testing team will find out the functionalities from the requirements. They'll specify the functionalities in the requirements. See,
Okay.
suppose if I say I need to go to Gmail login page,
Okay.
navigate to Gmail login page, right?
Okay.
So I can go to Gmail login page by entering the Gmail direct URL gmail.com from the page, right?
Okay.
Browser.
Mm-hmm.
I can also go to the gmail.com from the Google page also if
Correct.
I navigate to. So same functionality, I am testing it with the different various combinations,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Right.
So this has to be identified by the tester,
Okay.
right? In how many ways that functionality can be tested. How that functionality can be tested. That is going to that is going to define by the tester.
Okay.
What functionalities that are implemented in the application is going to define by the requirements team in the requirement document.
Okay.
So that functionalities is going to identify by studying the requirement by the tester, and how to validate that functionality is also defined by the tester only.
Okay.
Okay, right, right. Execution. So once we are done with the functionalities, then we'll go for the execution. So manual or automation. That means that we are going to validate the functionalities. So
Mm-hmm.
validating the functionalities can be performed either manual or automation.
Okay.
Okay. So manual in the sense means whatever the user operations for that functionality, right? If that user operations are performing manually by yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Suppose if I ask you, are you able to log into Gmail account or not? So
Mm-hmm.
how can you confirm me that? For that, what you will do?
I will go to the Gmail page and see if I'm able to, I'll put my username password. If it takes me through, then I know it worked, correct?
Yeah. So you're doing some user operation. That is, you're going to open a page, open a
Mm-hmm.
browser,
Right.
enter the URL in the address bar.
Right.
After you navigated to the page, you are entering some your valid email ID, valid password, and click on sign in.
Mm-hmm.
So these are all the 5 user operations with respect to the login functionality,
Correct.
right? So if that user operations are performing by ourselves, we
Mm-hmm.
ourselves performing the operations and making sure the expected behavior is getting or not for that functionality after performing that user operations, then
Mm-hmm.
we can say that is manually testing the functionalities,
Okay.
right? So if the same functionality, we are testing it through automation tools,
Mm-hmm.
right? Like the meaning is that whatever the user operations are there, for that user operations, we are going to create an automation script in the automation tool.
Okay.
When we run that script, the tool itself will perform those operations. The tool itself will open that particular browser, enter the email ID, enter the password, and validate the behavior. That is nothing but automation testing.
Okay.
Okay. So what is the tool? How to create that scripts? We are going to discuss later. But the basic difference is this,
Okay.
right? And when we'll go for the automation, reusability. If there is a reusability, that means that there are some functionalities in the application where we have to validate some repeated times. The same functionality, I have to execute it 2 or 3 or 4 times. Instead of testing the same functionality manually,
Mm-hmm.
I can make the user operations and automation script, and from the second time or third time onwards, I'm going to use the automation scripts to run the same functionality user operations and validate that functionality, right?
Okay.
So in that way, it's going to reduce the time and reduce the manpower effort,
Mm-hmm.
right? In any business, IT is also one business, whatever it may be, in any
Correct.
business, they are going to try to reduce the time and reduce the cost and
Correct.
reduce the manpower effort,
Mm.
right? These are the main criteria they'll concentrate, because how much they reduce the time, how much they reduce the cost, manpower effort. So based on that only they are going to get the profits later, right?
Correct.
Everybody, they'll take care of ROI, revenue of investment,
Mm-hmm.
right? So if I investment this, how much I am getting back as a
Mm-hmm.
profit revenue. So this automation will make that perfect, right? But all the application functionalities cannot be automated, right? The functionalities which are going to repeatedly execute frequently, for those functionalities we can automate, right? If the functionalities keep on changing and you do not want to test that functionality one more time, only one time is enough, then there is no need of going for automation, right? And before going to perform the automation, every functionality should go manual testing first. Manually we have to test the functionality, right? So every functional that application has to have to be tested manually only, right? So for the second time testing, for the third time testing, and if you want to repeatedly execute that one, then we'll go for automation. Okay.
So who decides whether it should be manual testing or automation? Meaning, how do you decide certain cases manual, certain cases automation? Only because it is repeated you will switch to automation?
Repeated. Yeah. See, as a part of, and there are some certain situations are there, right? As a part of, if you want to know, we can go for different situations like regression testing. That means that whenever any enhancements are made, right? If I implement some changes in the existing application which is working fine, right? So along with the new functionalities that I have introduced, I have to test the old functionalities also, because as a part of enhancements, right, the existing functionalities may have a chance to get effect, right? At that time, old functionalities also I have to test one more time. So what you are doing here, already that functionalities are tested, one more time I'm testing it, right, as a part of enhancements. So what is happening here? So second time I'm running, third time, maybe. So in that case, whatever the new functionalities are there, that new functionalities I will do manual testing. For existing functionalities which were already, I'll go for automation, because new functionalities testing, it will take some time. Existing functionalities, we'll go for automation, right? We'll go for automation. That is one situation, right? And as a part of retesting, suppose if some functionalities failed, right? I want to re-execute that functionality after the developer fixed it, right? At the time I can go for the manual automation, right? Like that there are different situations, right? Okay. Or else if a bulk of test cases, suppose some 100 functionalities, right? I have to test it every time. So I'll make all that functionalities automate instead of going for manual testing. Okay.
So does any person who goes into QA has to know both manual and automation, or can you know one or the other? You have to know both, right?
So manual testing is the base for automation. Without our manual concepts, without manual testing, we can go for automation. Okay. See here, this is all testing process. Right? Instead of we include only execution at the time of execution, either manual or automation, that's all. Remaining part is entirely same. Okay. Right. Bugs in the sense when our execution is done, while executing, some of the functionalities may not work as expected. Right? Okay. In that case, we have to report it to the developer. Right? Because developers are the ones who implemented that functionalities. Right? So we have to report it. Okay, these are I'm trying to log into the Gmail application, even though with valid username and valid password I'm not able to log in. Actually, my expected is it should have to log in. Right, successfully. I'm not able to log in. So it's a bug. So I'll report it. So here we have to know how to report the bugs. So what details a tester should provide to the developer while reporting a bug, and how the developer will get back to the tester regarding that bug. Right? So that things. And reports. Reports means status reports. By end of the day, as a tester, we should have to send the status report to the team lead, to the project manager, saying that, okay, this is what the functionalities I have tested or I have attempted by, right? Out of the detected functionalities, these are passed, these are failed, like this, right? Okay, so we have to send how many are passed, how many are failed, right? What is the pass percentage, what is the fail percentage, okay? Like that we have to send the status report. So this is about the testing process. Okay.
So in the reports, when you said pass and fail, does it mean like the whole team together does it, or like one person, whatever they were working on, they will do the pass fail?
They work. It depends. right? So individual tester has to send the status report to the team lead. Team lead has to consolidate that project, all the testers reports and consolidate it as one report and send it to the project manager. Project
Okay.
managers will deal with different projects. Team lead will deal with one project, right?
Okay. Okay.
Okay. So like that criteria will be the hierarchy, right?
Got it.
And
Got
the
it. Okay.
project manager has to send to the delivery
Mm-hmm.
heads, the person
Okay.
who is going to take care of the delivery of the projects,
Got it.
right?
Okay.
It depends. Okay.
Okay.
So this is completely testing, right? So as a part of automation, we are going to discuss about QTP in this course.
Okay.
I think you are aware of that.
Heard of it. Yeah. QTP. I've heard of what it is.
Professional. It's an
Mm-hmm.
automation tool. Use it to
Mm-hmm.
create the automation scripts and make the scripts to run automated. Okay.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
QTP, let me show you. QTP, yes. Let it open. Okay. Yeah. So this is a QTP. Okay. You're
Okay.
able to see, right? Okay.
No, actually not. I'm not able to see your screen.
Just now I
Now
can,
I
you can,
can. Okay.
okay. There is some issue. Okay. See, this is how the look and feel of the QTP. This is the script that can create, right? So how to create the scripts, what is the syntax for creating the script statements? You can easily understand that one. Suppose if you see the last but one statement, it's
Mm-hmm.
saying that there is a flagellation window. Under this
Okay.
flagellation window, there is a text box. Edit is nothing but text box.
Okay.
So there is a text box called name. To this text box, we have to enter the Amit. Okay.
Okay.
That is, in general English statements, we'll write that enter the Amit name in the name text box under flagellation window.
Okay.
Right? So for that one, this statement is generated.
Okay.
Okay. And if you see this one, right? Window flagellation.
Mm-hmm.
Under this window, there is a combo box, that is drop down box, and
Okay.
we have to select some option. So this, you can see the data table fly from
Right.
London like this. Okay.
Okay.
Like this. A button is there here. Under
Mm-hmm.
this file list window, it has to click on it. So like that, we are going to create the scripts, right?
Okay.
And we are going to run it, right?
Okay.
Run record options this. When
Okay.
you are running this, so click on run and it will run. It will execute, it will perform each and every script operation, and it will perform the respective operation on that application automatically. Okay,
Okay.
right?
So this will be taught how to write the scripts and all
Yeah,
that?
yeah. Everything will rest.
Okay.
Everything. So this is, we'll provide the software of this one as well.
Okay.
Okay, right? So we'll help you out in the installation process in your system. I can directly access your system and I can directly explain you from your system tool install. Okay,
Okay.
so this is the test results. Okay, what is passed, what is failed, right? What are the steps, individual steps executed, right? These are test results window.
Okay.
Okay, so what are the other features in the QTP? We'll discuss it. This is about the basic QTP. Okay,
Okay.
right? Okay, and apart from this, we can also cover QC, Quality Center,
Okay.
Test Management Tool. So it is going to manage all your testing activities. These are all testing activities.
Okay.
Okay, right? Functionalities listing out, right? Okay, execution, bugs, right? So all these things can be managed in this quality center. Okay, so we have that one too, QC. Let me show you that one too.
Okay.
Quality center. So this is how look on the just how to log in, right? Okay, right. These are all the different sections in the test plan, test lab, defects. Okay, right.
Okay.
How to first of all we are going to write the functionalities for a project, right? Creating a project folder, right?
Okay.
So functionalities, yes, I'll let it show you. So these are the things the functionalities are listing out what to test. Okay, so open the URL, home page should be open, right? Check whether it is web page tab. The web tab should be functionalities that we have to validate, right?
Okay.
This is, we are going to design like this. Okay, and how to
Hello?
execute that
Okay.
from the test lab, sorry. Your test after execution, 1 second. Yeah. This is how, before going to start, all your test case or your functionalities are in the no run status. After that, we can update like this, pass or fail or not completed, right? Like this. Okay. Right. So how to raise the defects? Defects is bugs.
Okay.
So this is how we are going to defects. So explaining of this and giving the title of your issue, some basic details and this. Okay. So this is what about the QC. So we are going to cover the QC as well here. Okay. So we'll provide the softwares of this, right? I'll provide the study materials, software copy materials of this. Okay.
So
Right.
these are things you can install on our laptop, like
Yeah,
Q
yes. We'll send the
Quality
software.
Center and all these things you can install.
Yes.
Okay. Even the other one also, the QTP also you can
QTP.
install.
Yeah. Actually, we are going to provide the virtual machine software. In that virtual machine, all that softwares are installed already. Just you need to download that particular virtual machine. For that, we will send out a link. Right. From that link, you can download that particular virtual machine file. Right. After that, how to install that virtual machine. Once you open, this is how your virtual machine will be look like.
Means this is real or is it just simulated? Meaning like you just
Simulated.
kind of simulated,
This
right?
one. See,
Okay.
this simulated because QTP may not be may not be installed in all operating systems like Windows 8, Windows 7, Mac operating systems. So it is very difficult individually to install. So we created a virtual machine like this with XP operating system.
Okay.
Right? Okay. So this is a virtual. And let's start this one. It will start a virtual operating system with XP. Right? In that one, you can see all your softwares. So this related particular software, I'm going to link, we are going to send it. Okay.
And so you can actually enter like real cases or you just kind of browse through it to study like what is already entered?
I didn't get your question, please.
Means like when you said this is virtual, that means data is already entered and you just have to, navigate and see through that? Is that what you mean? No.
This what we are creating virtual operating system, not the applications, right? See, Windows XP is opening, right? In this Windows operating system, you are going to provide the software. That's all. Okay. It's not a predefined information will not be there. Just softwares you are related to QTP and QC will be there in this. You can do practice.
But
instead of
you can enter your own data and practice, right? That is what I'm saying.
Yeah, that's what.
Okay.
Okay. So instead of directly installing QTP and QC in your system, we already have installed that one in a virtual operating system. That operating system we are going to provide you. That's all.
I got it. Now I understood what you're saying. Because earlier I thought when you said virtual, I thought data is already there. All we do is kind of click and see how it is, like to
No.
You can actually do it. Okay.
No, it's not like that. Okay.
Okay.
Okay then. So this is the basic introduction. So what we are going. So it will take 1 hour per day. Every day class will be there. Monday to Friday the sessions will be there. Okay. It's a 1 month course.
Okay.
Okay.
1 month
Right.
means like Monday to Friday, right? So
Right.
5 days
20
a week. So
sessions.
20.
20,
Okay.
20 to 25 sessions max. It
Okay.
depends upon the sessions that are going on. Okay.
Okay. Okay.
Right.
20 to 25 sessions. You think the whole thing can be covered in that much time,
Yes,
right?
yes, yes, yes.
Okay. And then after that, you also work with, the next step, which is of course the final point is to get a job, right? So will you be working also on towards that?
That is not my part. It's training. Training people has to be take care of that. So my part is to train you
Okay.
on the QA, right?
Okay.
Remaining job part, marketing, everything, they'll take care of it.
Okay. I
Okay.
know the
So they can ask.
like resume preparation or anything like that. Any or test
Yeah.
scenarios or anything, any of those things do you work on or no? It will be
Resume preparation, generally they will do it. If
okay.
you need the help, I'll help you out in the resume preparation.
Okay.
Okay. Right.
Okay.
Interview questions regarding the related to technical stuff, I can
Uh-huh.
able to do anything.
Okay.
Right. Okay. After the course also, if you want to if you require some knowledge, right?
Right.
So to discuss on the interview questions, we'll help you out, right?
Okay.
Like that.
Okay.
So related to the marketing job and all those things.
That is
So
another thing. Okay.
that
That's
is
other
another
team.
thing,
Okay.
other team.
Okay.
Okay.
Got it. But so when it comes to actually real life situations, meaning like since you're also working, right? You have experience work like real work experience in the
Mhm.
testing scene, testing scenario, and also is what there's always there's a theoretical knowledge, right? We'll study all these things, but then in real life, how things happen, will you be able to give like situations of that
See,
also?
testing is not a theoretical concept, first of all.
Right.
Even though it is a theory concept, we have to explain with some example,
Correct.
right?
Right.
So even if you see the tools also, I
Uh-huh.
have to give it some example. Some
Correct.
application I have to take and I have to explain the concepts of the automation tool. Otherwise
Correct.
I cannot, right?
Correct.
Either I
Right.
need to go for Gmail application or I need to go for Google, right?
Mm-hmm.
Or
Right.
else any standalone application,
Okay.
right? So concepts will be explained with some live examples only,
Okay.
which are familiar to us. Okay.
Right.
So the
Right.
same thing you have to implement. See, testing concepts are same, right?
Right.
So it you need to know the concept and how to implement that concepts you will come to know when you work with the different applications only, right?
Correct. Right.
So
Right.
in this training you learn the concepts and with some one familiar example, right?
Correct.
So you'll get more grip and more knowledge on that particular concept, how to use which concept is has to use in which area, where,
Correct.
or depends upon experience.
Okay.
That is real.
Okay.
Excuse me.
Okay.
Okay.
Hmm.